Hey, there's your Wisconsin wine guy, and have I got a treat for you. We are rounding out summer and summer fun and summer wine drinking. What I try to do in spring and summer, light, refreshing, fruit-forward wines with be whites or reds. So we're rounding out this summer, coming into Labor Day. When I say coming to Labor Day, it's like two things happen for me. One, I kick off Labor Day with my final light, fruity, lighthearted, fruity, no contemplation wines that I can just enjoy with friends and enjoy sitting up by the pool. And for me, it also starts the first for wine drinking season. You know, we slowly start getting into those full-bodied, robust, highly flavored wines, dense flavored wines, right? Okay, so two things happen Labor Day for me. One transition to the next. All right, so now it's your Wisconsin wine guy again. For those who are new, I review wines where you can find wherever you shop for wine, liquor store, grocery store, some wine shops. I give you my personal opinion when I think about these wines with the infamous thumb rating system. Very simple, not scientific. Thumbs up. I recommend that wine. It's a good value wine. I think it'll be enjoyable for you and your friends, and if I like it, maybe you'll like it too. 3/4. If I'm looking for wines, cruising wine, I got a party coming up, looking for some good budget-friendly wines, but delicious, one that all my guests are going to enjoy, that's what 3/4 are. If I like it, I'm sure they're going to like it too. Hopefully. Halfway, there was something wrong with that wine. It's a little off from my palate. Didn't make it a bad wine, but you taste it and let me know that the rest of us know what you thought about that wine. What do I always say? Let your palate be the guide, not mine. Thumbs down, always an easy one, right? Then every now and then there's the infamous double thumbs up. That is an extra special wine as far as I'm concerned. A wine that I feel as though can even hold up to some aging in the bottle. And I got a few bottles over there I need to start sharing with you. Did I tell you that I have enough wine for the next 15 years that each bottle will be 10 years or more old? Holy smoke, I got to get busy, right? So, in today's show, we're going to probably look at that name here, Bonterra. You may not be familiar with this label, and maybe you have already tried these wines. I never tried these wines, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, Bonterra is the wine brand that we all know that do sustainably farmed, biodynamic, organic wines. Everything's natural, B Corporation, making wines that are good for you. All right. So what they've done now is still utilizing, wines that are sustainably farmed, wines that are organic wines or biodynamic wines, and they've taken that and went a step further. You've probably heard me say this many times in doing reviews. All wine drinking just can't be serious. Sometimes you just have fun. I'm a dry wine drinker, but it doesn't mean I don't like sweet wines. It doesn't mean I don't like semi-sweet or semi-dry wines. It means sometimes I want to have fun and not contemplate the roles of the world or spend a whole lot of time analyzing wine. I just want to drink it and have fun, right? That's what they did here. Here's a winery that said, you know what, we're going to make a wine just to have fun. I call these patio pounders. Okay, patio pounders doesn't mean a wine that's going to be like overly sweet. Not like even some Moscatos can be balanced, but not like sweet Moscatos. Balanced, refreshing, clean, crisp tasting wines. Patio pounders for me. A wine that can be enjoyed cold or cool. A wine that you can pour over ice. Of course, if you like your dry wines over ice, you're not going to get no argument from me. Then go ahead and indulge. Pour it over ice. Now, ranch wine from Bonterra coming in. Each of these are coming in at 11% alcohol. New to the market. I think was released this year, early this summer. 11% alcohol in each of these wines. And there's a unique thing about this. Okay, and we're going to get into that shortly here. $12.99 retail price. So we're making it on sale between $9.99 to $12.99 and at regular price. And depending where you are in this country, $15.99. All right? So, that being said, interesting thing on the labels. Maybe you can make this out, you can't. But the first one I have here is going to be called Strawberry Hibiscus. All right, Strawberry Hibiscus. Ooh. Second wine is going to be Chillable Cherry Wild Raspberry. Next is going to be Pineapple Key Lime. Now, here's the kicker. That's not what these wines are made of. I look at these as a good stepping point to actually understand and learning taste and flavor profiles of wine grapes. Okay, these are all made from grapes. I'll tell you what those are. I have to write them down so I make sure I get them right. But they're all made from wine grapes, you know, from parts of California that adhere to the standards of Bonterra. So your strawberry hibiscus actually says refreshing hints of strawberry hibiscus. That is what they're saying you will taste from this wine, or maybe even smell. But the actual grapes in this is going to be Zinfandel, Pinot Noir, Pinot Gris, and Gewurztraminer. What? That's right. No fruit. I want to give you the essence and give you an idea of what you should be tasting. The next one, it says here, hints of chillable cherry and wild raspberry. Grapes are going to be Zinfandel, Pinot Noir, and Gewurztraminer. What? Now, our third one is going to be, they call this one refreshing hints of pineapple and key lime. So the grapes are going to be Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Gris, Gewurztraminer, and Chardonnay. All made from wine grapes, not the fruit that's mentioned on the bottle. How cool is that? So we'll learn about wine, give these a shot. The style of these are going to be more like semi-dry, but something refreshing and crisp. So you have a nice little fruitiness to it, or fruit qualities to it. Subtle effervescence just to lift and make it even more lively. I'm going to get them all poured, and I'm going to taste. All right? Now, I put the white one last. You know how I roll. It says Sauvignon Blanc is going last because I don't want it to kill anything else that's coming. My bigger concern, I meant by color on this one, is which one should I have put first or second? Because it both has Zinfandel Pinot Noir, but one has Gewurz, but one has Pinot Gris. But we're going to find out if that order is good. Right now, I'm going to go in order of color between the rosé and the red. And then last but not least, it's going to be that pineapple line with the Sauvignon Blanc, the Chardonnay, the Gewurz, the Pinot Gris. This is going to be phenomenal. So now, don't they look beautiful? Standing next to those bottles. Wine number one, strawberry hibiscus. So, two-step process, remember. We're going to smell it, then I'm going to taste it in 2 steps. First step is going to be for acidity. No acidity, no play. Second, then I'll tell you after that what I think about the wine. But I'm going to taste through all the wines, one shot through, then a second time through, to give everyone a chance to stand out. And also make sure my order is good. Wow, strawberry, subtle floral notes of the hibiscus. So spot on the nose for this one here for me. With some citrus in the background. Wow, that's really nice. You know, because we get that Pinot Gris working on in there. Now for this one here, because we got Zinfandel and Pinot Noir, 2 reds and 1 white, and that Gewurztraminer give a little bit more spice, a little bit more fruit quality to it. You know, this is what they were going for. So let's get that nose. Oh, definitely some cherries and berries here. Let me get that turned so you can see that. Definitely some cherries and berries here. Oh, wow. Nice. So it goes like, you know, dark fruit, cherry fruit, you know. Wow. Spot on. Again, thinking about, because you probably tasted a lot of these fruits, so thinking about those fruits that they're saying with hints of, and then smelling the wine, then tasting, it gives you a great wine lesson here. That's what I'm digging about it. Now for last but not least, it's going to be the pineapple lime. You know what we're going for. Ooh, that is very tropical. Very, very tropical. Also, with some honey in there. Oh, man. Wow. That is totally spot on the nose. Now, 2-step process. Taste. Acidity, no play. You know how I roll. Don't play with me. First one. Okay, balanced acidity, no tannins. I got it chilled, not overly chilled. Imagine being able to pour this over ice. Okay, number 2, hopefully I got the right order between these 2. And I do, because sometimes you can go by the color, but you got to be cautious. The flavor does get a little bit darker when you move to this one here. Okay, not bad at all, not bad at all. Again, nice balanced acidity between the 2. Wine number 3. Again, acidity is just saying, and then tasting, that thumbprint, that presence of fruit, which is what we're getting here. In my shop, with my sweet wine drinkers, I catered to my sweet wine drinkers because you know what? They didn't have a whole lot of choices once upon a time. So I would scroll through all of my buyers' books and pick out these different wines that are semi-dry, semi-sweet, you know, reds and whites and sparkling, just to give them some diversity in their wines. Which I gave them, you know, Cabernets, you know, semi-sweet. I gave them Chardonnays. I gave them Merlots. I gave them Zinfandels. I found all of those varietals in the style that they like, because some of them were hardcore. I wanted to make sure they can enjoy those wines. This is what you have here, okay? The variety is a lot more out there for you to enjoy my sweet wine drinks. This goes off to you. And for my dry wine drinkers, get off the stump, have some fun, all right? And that's what I'm doing here. Now, these wines are very versatile. I mean, I can see turning these into slushies. I can see turning them into sangrias. I can even see maybe turning these into some type of cocktail. Maybe I'll get down. Let's go to the next sip. Sip number 2. Oh, definitely. Smell, taste, same. What they say here works for sure. You get that hibiscus, you know, kind of like tart, bitter on the finish, but not over the top, but it's there. That's in the floral. Wow, nice. This one, I mean, raspberry cherry, but I'm going to throw some berries in there, dark berry fruit. We get that Zinfandel working here, working overtime. Definitely pick up that. Wow. You know, red wine taste. Now I'm coming back here. Here's the Sauvignon Blanc on the end. Sauvignon Blanc blend. As I said earlier, nice balance from dry to sweet. Okay? Nice balance. If you're a sweet wine drinker, I feel you enjoy this. It's like really syrupy sweet. But aside from that, I think these would be fantastic wines to enjoy. Fantastic wine by the pool. Fantastic wine to end the summer on Labor Day. One more time through. All right. So Wisconsin Wine Guy gives the Bonterra Ranch wine thumbs up. Bing, bing, bing across the board. Again, nice presence of fruit. What they were going for, I think they hit it spot on. Okay? Who they were targeting, I think they hit it spot on. And not just the sweet wine drinkers. Those who want to have some fun with their wine. Okay? You got it right here with the ranch wine. Sound like I'm promoting them, huh? But I'm not. This is Pinot taste. So it's your Wisconsin Wine Guy saying, as always, please, please, please let your palate be the guide. I'm going to see if I can come up with a cocktail with some of these. And I'll see you next time. Ciao!